22nd of May and it's snowing.
You're John. I'm Dave.
It's a nice and sunny day.
Muhammad Ali.
He's got a heart made of yellow barley straw.
Roger.
Well,
What you doing?
Christmas lights.
It's not Christmas, Roger.
But the weather's nice to do it. It's better than 30 below. Get out of the big city life. No traffic, lots of crime there. So I wanted to come to a smaller community where it's better. It's a little easier living here. You don't have to think all the time.
And worry? Is there less worry here?
Yeah, there's a lot less worry. I mean, neighbors are nice and town is good. Not complaining so far.
And what about the Christmas lights? When you were in Calgary, did you do this?
No, believe it or not, because people would steal them.
Okay.
Yeah, we moved from Vancouver to Montmartre. So yeah, it's great. We're really liking it. I work for Brandt Industries, and my wife works for Workers' Compensation Board in Regina. We had saved money for years and went to look to buy in BC, and it was too expensive, so we thought we'd try elsewhere, and we were really surprised how reasonable it was here. So we're quite happy where we're at, and it's working out really well, better than we had ever hoped.
I love Saskatchewan. I love it.
Okay, and I've got my greenhouse in the back window.
It's my greenhouse, look. I'm planting, got to get my plants started for at home. My wife thinks I'm crazy, but...
Nobody carries their garden around with them. He's got his own tree nursery. Well, it works. He gets home and he can plant it in the garden, so...
Tomatoes, peppers, watermelons, cantaloupe. If I don't plant them now, I don't get them, eh?
Bye then.
Bye-bye.
The petunias I started later, so this year they a little bit later, and it's better because otherwise they're too long. And the people don't want to buy them too early because we have frost hardly every night now, and they can plant them outside, and if they leave them in the garage they get spindly and long. I'm in this business since '65. Yeah, I got married in '65 and I married in Germany in 2 greenhouses, and then I started that flower shop and greenhouses. And when we moved here in '87, I looked for a job, and I found a job here at Norma Keys or Fox, and that's why I started this business. And then I rented it in '91 and '92. I bought it, and it's a nice business. I love it. If you want to do everything yourself, you have to start early with seeding perennials first. You should start in November, but like Dracaenas, if you seed Dracaenas, they have to be seeded in July. Then you start with the perennials in October, November. Everyone has a longer germination time. And in January, February, you start with the other bedding plants like Nemesia, Verbenas, Phlox. That's the annuals. But like the cuttings of the geraniums I'm buying now, because the heat is too expensive. If I heat one greenhouse, a month costs $1,500. So I'm cheaper with buying the cuttings. Before I did all the cuttings of the geraniums myself, but it will be too expensive, and I want to stay really low with the price. That's why I'm not doing the cuttings anymore. I'm getting shipped in, but now the shipping is expensive too. But the other bedding plants, seeding them and seed them 3 different times, like the petunias, because people don't want them stringly and long. So this year I tried the first time to make them later. So they're done for the 1st of July. 1st of July the holidays are starting, and there's people in Calgary and Saskatoon and Edmonton. They have cottages out here, and they come, and mostly I'm sold out the middle of June. So they are not too happy about that. So then they say, well, why don't you have something later? So I started that and want to stay open till the middle of July. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm trying every year something new, and I'm doing dahlias. And this morning I got a phone call from a guy in Kelowna. He developed a new seed of tomato, an acid-free one. And he told me the name, but it was such a funny name and I forgot. And he will send it next year, so I will have more acid-free tomatoes, and they're red and juicy. It's lots of fun.
Put the sticks, just a couple of sticks, in between your fingers like this. Clamp this one tight and let this one flop. I'd love to pass these on to somebody. My dad made these when I was 12, and I'm 86 now, so that's a long time ago. I was 74 years ago. And I would love to have somebody learn how to play them. I would just love to pass them on. How much longer I can do it, I don't know. But I love music. So when they get going, I gotta get going.
Hi, I'm John.
And I'm Dave.
We're the Hardware Guys.
I like to drive pretty much anywhere. If I can get 5 minutes of wheel time driving around town, or if I get really lucky and can drive someplace far, I really look forward to that. In fact, when I get older, that's one of my ambitions, is to drive across the country.
I really enjoy a relaxing drive. I know sometimes in the evening, I and Carolyn, or a weekend, we'll hop in the truck and we'll just drive. We don't really know where we're going to drive, and a lot of times we end up somewhere for supper. We may start driving at 4 o'clock. We may stop and take pictures of a sunflower field, and we may end up in Regina. It's just we just sort of meander along. That's what I really enjoy driving, when you can enjoy the scenery and just take a couple hours I think you're almost born with that that sort of that driving,
a wandering nomadic spirit.
Babies always fall asleep actually when you start to drive, and it's a relaxing sort of feeling. Bye.
I'm Shane Stuke, and these are my chickens. And that's it from on the chickens for today.
Well, it's Monday night meeting night, and we've taken all the trucks out and just exercise all the vehicles, make sure everything's running right. And then we always check all the gear too to make sure everything's in its place and that. So yeah, it's been kind of a busy spring so far. We've had a lot of grass fires and that. So yeah, we get paged out, and we can, if you can leave work, you leave and go down to the hall, and we collect all our guys, and away we go on the call. We've got 20. Yeah, 20 guys that are pretty dedicated. So.
A good deed is its own reward.
That's right. That's right. I believe that.
And seems to me you guys have lived your lives on that.
You're supposed to, no wait a minute, I gotta get this right. You're supposed to never forget a favor done for you.
Yeah.
And you're not supposed to remember a favor you did for somebody. How's that?
That's good.
That's excellent.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
you mind any more words of wisdom?
And I don't think you know, do you expect any rewards from helping, I don't know who? Your neighbors. Your neighbors.
No, you don't.
No.
You do it because it's a good thing to do. Yeah, it's the
You
right
do
thing
it.
to
Well,
You know, I've helped my neighbors, and they come along and they'll give me a bottle of rye, or they'll want to pay me or something, and I said, look, if I can't help you, we're in a tough society.
well, your neighbor comes, he's got his tractor stuck. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna be able to go now because my tractor wouldn't even pull.
You can't even get it started, never mind.
But no, your neighbor comes along, he's stuck. You go to help. I mean, it's simple as that. You might swear at him a little.
Thank you. The naming. Bless the children. Bless their names, their faces, their tongues. Bless their hunger, which knows no want. Bless the cry they hurl out against the indifference of the sky. Bless their silence, their sleep. Bless their parents, the bewildered older brothers, the famished sisters, the aunts who do their best with envy. Bless the grandparents who see the face of death in the toothless smile and are at peace. Bless the woman next door who will look in, the girl down the street who will learn at this new altar. Bless the teachers, the rabbi with dark hands, the red-faced priest whose hands tremble, the scoutmaster in his whistle, the butcher in his apron, the man who drives the ice cream truck with the bell. Bless the coach. Yes, bless the coach who will lovingly place the ball in our hands, teach us the rules. Bless the professors, the bureaucrats, the man with the shriveled leg who sweeps, the physician with his optimism, the lawyer with his equivocation, the laundress, the maitre d' in his ill-fitting tuxedo, his supercilious air. Bless the supercilious air. Bless the air. And bless the bicycle, the sleek oil of its chain. Bless the bat, the glove, the deck of cards, the book. Yes, by all means, bless the book. Let its pages turn. Let them turn us. Bless the high-rise, the tenement, the house on the corner with the green shutters and the flowers, and bless the flowers, their seducing scent, the bees, the honey they produce against want. Bless the candle, the night, the wind. Bless the stars that fill the awesome sky, and yes, bless even the sky, that coldness, that heat. Bless the goodness in us, the evil lurking at the corners, trying to get in. Bless the intentions, the good ones and the ones not fully thought out, the slip of the tongue, the turning away. Yes, yes, bless the turning away, even that. And come again then to the children, to their names, the sound of their names in our mouths, to the reflection of the children in the clouds, to the blessings they can expect, all the blessings they are owed.
Survived the storm.
What happened?
Oh, lots of hail, lots of rain, lots of wind. Yeah.
Bye.